This is the Samsung Tæknivörur. Basically, this is a repair store for Samsung products, and I assume it's just phones and tablets. And here I was getting into the entrance with the person that made me come here, the criminal herself, my baby girl. Yeah, so I was picking my phone that was here for repairs. The receptionist is amazing. It looks a very small place, but they have like a backside for the repairs. And I love a place with coffee. You guys, I'm a mom, so I love a place with coffee. Yeah, but basically this is it. And they have very good services. You can check them out. So in case of, instead of throwing your phones, just bring them here for repairs. And of course they have accessories. Okay. Shh. The kids are sleeping and we're gonna gossip about them today, right? I am too sleepy. I think I can see that from my eyes. But this is the only time that I can get home here. So, hello Rafikis and God and dying Benir. Welcome to my channel. Well, we're trying to deal with this hair situation. Okay. So I've had a lot of moms be given advices about not buying very expensive phones. I myself have been given advices about not buying expensive phones. They say that the kids do break the phones, which is very true. And most of the time when we're on the phone, they want what mommy is holding. Or what papi is holding. So they do take the phones and they play with them. And there's some things you cannot control, like some little accidents. My hair is super dirty. Yeah, so I know that I have lost a lot of phones since I became a mom. When they're if you have an iPad baby and when their charge is over, or when you want to soothe them, there are mommies who have babies that are in pacifiers and that's soothing, and there are those that do boobs and that's soothing. There are those that are not in any TV and they just play, and that's good. But for the lazy moms like me, we sometimes, not all the times, but sometimes give them screen time, which is cocomelon. But when you're on the go or when you're in the bedroom or somewhere else that there is no screen and you just want them to keep quiet for a bit so that you can do something, you decide to give them your phone. But sometimes you don't even give them and they just demand for it. And it's just a phone. But these phones are expensive, right? These phones are very expensive. So I've had mine get into an accident with the phone a few times. So my phone has been in an accident a few times. And yeah, I've had to replace the screen a few times. So what happens when you're told not to get a very expensive phone, but at the same time, having a good phone means getting good photos, right? Having a good phone gets good photos. So for me personally, I don't like it when people tell me not to buy a good phone. I really don't like it. I like to have a good phone because I like to take photos of my babies, a lot of photos of my babies. So I do so many photos of my child, and now they're children, so of my children. And I'm not going to be running to the camera every now and then just to pick the camera to take a photo. I like a photo of them in every situation, and also in traveling, and also in at home, in bed, and everywhere else. So I like a good camera. I like a camera with a good, a phone with a good camera. But at the same time, I'm not gonna fight my child so much with the phone, right? Sometimes you just need peace. So I'm not gonna fight my child so much with the phone. What am I doing? I can't get this very well. Yeah. So what I do, personally, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I just know that I can't manage my hair anymore. what I do today, I'm gonna talk to you about having an expensive phone, and if it gets messed up, where to fix it. I'm just gonna talk to you about where to fix your phone in Iceland. So the phones differ. For me, I am a die-hard fan of Samsung, and that's because I had worked for Samsung Electronics in Kenya. I worked for the head office of Samsung Electronics East Africa in Kenya, and so I have a little bit of loyalty to Samsung, and that's what I can figure out. Actually, it looks like I'm too old to figure out iPhones. I can't figure out iPhones. I leave this for the youngsters. Yeah, so I am a Samsung person, and I end up buying the high-end Samsung phones. Now, because of these accidents with the kids, there's always some accidents with the kids, so the kids just sometimes it just breaks. It has a screen protector, but it just breaks. Sometimes there's tantrums and every other things can happen. So what happens is I have taken mine. I used to mine are insured. My phones are insured. You can get insurance company to cover that. Mine are with this, so mine are insured, and to be very honest, sometimes it doesn't last 3 months or 4 months and it is broken. So they do insure, and I think the phone value depreciates after 6 months, if I'm not wrong, after 6 months. So if it's fairly new, they will pay it, but if it's not, then it has depreciation value, and I think they remove like 20 or 30,000 for you to pay yourself. And sometimes you can just take it for repair. Sometimes you don't need insurance, you just take it for repair because it's under warranty. So I've had to get my phone reimbursed with insurance, and I have had to take my phone for repairs. If you're in a Samsung world like me, it's called Tæknivörur. It's in Reykjavik. This Reykjavik and Kopervik, they're just next to each other, so it's like one is this side and the other side, and you just don't know where is where, but somewhere around there. And I have taken 2 of my phones there, and they tell me that I have to pay 40,000 Icelandic krona, or 50 or 60, and when I'm going to pay, they say, oh, it's under warranty, we've already fixed it, and they fixed it for free. Yeah, so I had taken mine twice, and this is me. Today I'm going to take you through the collection, the small shop they have. They have a back shop, so probably it's very big. I never got to get in, but just where they are. And they don't sell a lot of phones there. It's just a repair shop, but they should sell screen protectors and covers for the phone and chargers, and, all the small accessories. Yeah, but personally, I do not believe in taking advices from people so much unless I have asked. If I have asked, then yes. Otherwise, I do not believe so much in taking advices for people, simply because what works for you does not necessarily work for me. And I do not really like people who just give me unwarranted advices, especially when I haven't asked for them. So I just stay away from them, because again, what works for you does not necessarily work for me. And I will buy an expensive phone because those memories are just too priceless for me. Sometimes I look at my baby's pictures now, Zuri's pictures, and she's big, but I get to see the moments when she was still a young girl, when she was still very young child. And I get to appreciate that moment where she was a very, very, very young child. So this is what I want to live for. I want to live for sitting down and looking at my baby's pictures and enjoying the time I had with her, and wondering where time went. So I have very thick, dense hair. It's natural, but it's like really, really thick and dense. and I hope I'm gonna trim it again after I have done what I want to do with it. But for now, I need it shorter. I need it shorter. Yeah, this looks cute, right? It does look cute. It's just too much. So I am gonna take you to where I did that. I do not believe in just, I personally do not believe in having, I know for some people financially it makes sense. I do not believe in having just a normal phone just because you're afraid of the child destroying it. In life, there are so many things you will have and then they will be destroyed, or time will just work on them and you need to get something a little bit better and newer. And I can get a reason to go get a new phone or an upgrade, so why not? Let them play with them. Yeah, so I let my babies have their own iPads, but in case they need mommy's phone and I'm not using it, why not? Why not? I don't want them to feel like the phone is more important. Of course, it has important information which you can back up in cloud or something, but I don't want them to feel like the phone is more important than I want them to feel like the phone is more important than them. You know, a phone is something I can replace, but I cannot just replace them. They are not replaceable just easily. The process is very easy. You leave your phone there, it takes a few days, they fix it, and then they send you a message back and you can be able to get your phone back. The location is pretty straightforward, but you can also go to Google and just Google and find the location. Call them up, you can, but otherwise you can just walk in, I assume. I got to play with the things they have on display, which is very nice. But and then you can have some coffee. It's really, like, any place that has coffee is really usually very nice. But like I said, I don't entertain the thought, for me, I don't entertain the thought of I should buy mediocre and very small phones and then wait for them to grow and then I can buy expensive one, because then I miss the memories part. There are so many things I look at in my photos now, and I have changed phones 3 or 4 times, and of course some of them are in cloud, so you can access them with the change of phone, or you can access them in the iPad. But the taking of the phone, you know, some of them are very silly photos, but they hold a lot of memories. They're not photos you frame, but they hold a lot of memories. So I look at my baby's photos now when she was young and all the things, and I remember some of the things that are associated to that photo, and those are things I wouldn't ideally just remember. And now I get to compare. It's very hard and very sad to say this word compare, but now I get to compare Mali's childhood and Zori's childhood, because I look at the photo of my first child when she was in the same age gap with my second child, and these are still things I would not have remembered. And if I had written them, I'm very clumsy, so if I had written them or something, then I will have lost that data a long time ago, the book or whatever. Yeah, so I appreciate the fact that I can have a good phone, I can get good photos, I can get silly photos, I can get random photos. When I'm traveling, I can do the same thing and also have fun with my children. And nowadays, Zuri also takes photos herself. She just says, Mama, the phone, and then she takes photos for you because she knows Mommy likes photos. And she poses. Yeah, and I can't wait to see the relationship they have with the youngest. But what I'm saying is, I can change those phones 10 times, but those memories, when they're out of my nest, when they're big girls and grown and having their own things going, and they're out of my nest, and I have to just call them or book an appointment because they're busy, all I'll have the photos that I took when they're young. So this is, I like to appreciate this time, and I'm not going to do that with a feature phone without any camera, or a phone that has like the most mediocre camera. So, and some people might end up having amnesia, it's a thing, or Alzheimer's, or some people might end up not making it in life. Just being old is a luxury, getting old is a luxury, so they can have those photos and know how it was when they were young because they can access them. Yeah, so I do not regret getting a kind of high-end photos for my kids. I do not regret, sometimes accidents do happen. I'm not gonna yell at them or get mad, but what I'm going to do is get contacts of the places that I can fix the phone so that I don't lose the data or data. I got places I can fix the phone, or where I can get the insurance. So you can fix the phone in Tæknivörur, or you can get insurance. There is a lot of insurance companies. We will get into that. We have a lot of time together, you guys. So we're gonna get into insurances. You can get insurance for your kids, or you can insure your stuff. And in case of an accident like this, then they can be paid for, and you don't have to dive very deep into your pocket. You just dive slightly into your pocket. Well, I hope the information I have given you is a little bit satisfactory. I need to go and get ready for bed, and thank you for being here. Bye.